What's going on, everyone? Investor here. It's time for my weekly portfolio update. So if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up, and then hit that bell icon so that you don't miss any new videos. So no deposits this past week. In fact, I actually had to borrow $400 from the account and took out a withdrawal. I'll cover more of that here in a minute when we get over to the spreadsheets. But as you can see, my account is sitting at just over $27,500 at $27,546.68. So if you subtract out that 400 withdrawal that I took, I am actually up about $36 over last week. So got two payments this past week, one being a dividend payment and the other being the interest payment, the SPAXX or SPAX, like that's Fidelity's money market account, which is the interest earned on the uninvested cash for the month. So high dollar cost average as usual. I did buy a couple of shares outright, which I'll show you. This upcoming week, I'm going to continue to dollar cost average, especially with a focus on two things. One being looking to add to the yearly goals, as we're approaching the back half of the year here. I want to try to get as much of those done as I can, hopefully hit my goals, as well as beginning of the month here and beginning of this new quarter. There's a couple of ex-dividend dates coming up that I want to make sure I get some extra cash into and try to raise that dividend up. So be focusing on those two. So I should be able to deposit the usual $275 this upcoming week, and then I should be receiving two dividend payments this week as well. So let's jump over to this spreadsheet and I'll show you what I've been up to. All right, taking a look at the spreadsheet for the week. A few new additions, a couple of the things that I just picked up outright, plus a couple that were picked up from the drip. So just start right here at the top. You can see 0.599 shares of SCHD. I just flat out picked this one up, just trying to add to the position, especially ex-dividend date on this one is coming up, so I'm going to try to pick up a little bit more and then receive the dividend for this one, I believe, at the end of the month. ABR 0.704. This is strictly from the drip, so nice to add that there, up to just over 23 shares there. Pepsi 0.284. I'm just adding for the goal for the year. Pepsi continues to do relatively well, even though you can see on the 365 history there it is red, but if you look close enough here, it looks like it's just steady. So I mean, if it's down for the year, it's not down by much. Added 0.255 here to FXAX, just again trying to add to that position as well. Vici 0.607, same boat, just adding to that one. And then two full shares of NVIDIA. Kind of guessed wrong with this one. One share I picked up, I believe it was like mid 120. This was like a day or two before the earnings. I picked this one up just anticipating it was going to have great earnings, which it did, and then the stock would go up kind of like last quarter, but it kind of went the other way. I mean, it seemed to have hit all its metrics, and the stock went down $6. So when it went down, I believe it went down to about 117 and some change or whatnot. So I picked up one more share just to kind of offset there. So two full shares, so brings the total now up to 25 shares of NVIDIA. So another position that I'm really looking forward to adding to as we go along. So but that's essentially all the additions for this week. I didn't sell anything else off. I didn't pick up anything more, so just kind of played it relatively mellow this week. But you can see I've still picked up quite a few things to add to the portfolio. Jumping across. Take a look. You see O is doing relatively well still. Coke doing well. Jeppy's doing well. ABR up to 33 now with the addition of I think it was like $6 or $7 in dividends I received this week. We'll cover that here when we get over to that tab. SCHD is doing fantastic. You can see the last share price on Friday was $84.53, so I'm up $755 there on my 56 shares. So one reason I want to continue to add to this position, I don't see it retreating much, and I think it's going to continue to do well. Energy Transfer up 65. Altria Group up 437. This one's doing well. Continually, it seems each week I get an alert that it's reaching its new 52-week high. So I have to see how this one goes. But also set to receive a dividend, I believe, for these guys in the upcoming month. Tesla's still hit or miss. Pepsi's doing well, up about $100 there, $93. Procter & Gamble up. FX is up. Johnson & Johnson up. Colgate-Palmolive is doing really well, 16.76% up. You can see my 12 shares. My goal, I believe, was to get to 40, so that one's going to be a little tough. I'm going to try, but just this year price point of the stock here at 106, it's tough to just add full shares all the time, so I'll just keep doing what I can. Beachy's up 93. Walmart's doing relatively well. You can see I'm up 22.4% on that that holding there. My cost is 63 bucks up to 77. Apple's doing well, and Nvidia again, it's just a constant roller coaster with this one up or down. So this particular week I happen to be up. So total up $3,477 or 15.8% on the portfolio. You can take a look here at the information of the chart, just to the bar chart, make life a little easier for you. See, the only one down there is Tesla, but not horrible, like as of right now at least. So jumping across, you'll see ABR $9.67. That's what I received. So it brings the total for the year up to $20.31. I'm not set to receive that one again until November, but you can see that rounds out the month. I finished the month of August at $130.82. So this is now up to date for the rest of the year. So obviously, as I continue to add to each position, these will change. But at least as of now, for the month of September, I'm set to receive $162.56. So it still looks like it's gonna be about $20 shy here of my all-time high of the 180. So we'll have to see where a couple of these other guys play in. So SCHD hasn't released any info on what their dividend is going to be, nor Tesla. So a couple things that could change that figure there, but you can see at least now estimated to receive about $1,600 coming year end. So currently sitting at $128 a month average. It's about $16 a day or 10 cents an hour off the 17 holdings that I have. Jumping across, so $1,026.20 received so far this year. I know many people probably don't think that that's a whole lot, especially with a lot of these big, Defiance and Yield Max and whatnot holdings out there that can pay a whole lot. Just not my game right now. I'm not I'm not trying to put a bunch of money in and receive a bunch of money out, but the underlying stock is just all over the place. I just want things smooth and steady. 20 years from now, that's where it'll be. So obviously I did experiment. I still have Tesla, but I'm not trying to put thousands and thousands of dollars into those. I'd rather put them into companies I know that are going to be around in 20 years. So take a look at the pie charts there. Industry hasn't changed, so the goals for the year, inching closer to hitting that 20 share goal for Pepsi. Got my work cut out for me with Colgate, and I believe Altria is doable up just over 15 shares there. So account value, again, if you haven't been following along or if you're new, the goal for the account was to hit 25,000 by the end of the year. I hit that in July, and so without making this an actual physical written goal, I'm trying to hit 35 now by the end of the year. So just to kind of see where we end up, I actually need to get that updated. So I believe, yep, I'll get this updated because obviously I'm at 27. Was it 546, I believe? So I'll get that updated. I have it updated on the other slide. I just didn't do it here. So jumping across, you see for the quarter here, I'm now down 11% over the previous quarter. We do have this month left to change that. So still sitting pretty good as far as looking for quarter over quarter growth. So I believe after this month that figure should not be in the negative anymore. So we'll be doing okay there. So take a look at the quarter. Obviously the blue is 2024, gold being 2023. I think the next test will become next year, trying to beat those figures. The gold being the first year that I've done this. The following year here is tremendously better, which you can see here. First year 355, now up to 1,026 this year. So practically 3x my dividend figures. So total dividends received since I've been tracking them, which is the beginning of last year, or the beginning of, let's say, 2023. So $1,381.23, which is $69 average. So again, for my account, this is great. Like, it may not be for everybody else, but that's what's so nice about investing this way is you guys do what works for you. You don't have to invest the way somebody else does. And you watch a lot of YouTube videos. We see a lot of spreadsheets. Everybody's doing this and that. Make your portfolio, make the dividends or however it is you want to invest your way. Do it how you want and what works for you, what your current goals are, what your current insights into the market are. Whatever works for you, just do it your way. It doesn't have to be because somebody else or the trendy thing or whatever. Do it for you, okay? And if, like I always said, if those haven't been following along, you work with what you have, right? So you put in what you have, you work with what you have. If the figures and the numbers come off of that, then so be it. That's what you have. But the important thing is to get in the market and get that time, in the market going. If it's not there and it's not working for you, it's time to get it going. Like, you need to have the money in there working for you. So jumping across, this is the projected dividend income for 2024. Kind of see where things are lying. Obviously, these two over here, Apple and Nvidia, aren't really the big dividend stocks. So, you're not going to see much there. Bulk of it's going to be in this first half here, where I'm trying to work on at least getting the $200 per holding going here. So fairly close to getting SCHD up there. Oh, and JEPI are good. Tesla's good. Altria Group will get there as soon as I, hopefully once I hit the goal. But I got my work cut out for me. Obviously, this is only year 2, so plenty of time to work on that. Hopefully by the end of year 3, that's where most of this will be. You just have to keep following the saga and see how it goes. Projection, the trend line is still going up, which is great. You can see the figure for the end of August here is slightly higher than any of the other small peaks here, even though it's still in the valley, and then we'll see September give us a new peak up here. Hopefully it'll be close to this one in July. Probably going to fall a little bit short, but that's okay. So you can see here, account value 27,546. Should have been right at about 28,000, like I did say in the beginning there. I did have to borrow $400. Let's just say if you've ever received any sort of bill and you wondered how you were going to pay it, that's how I ended up having to pay it. So I had to borrow a couple dollars. Luckily enough, it wasn't from anything that I didn't have to sell anything off. It was just from some of the uninvested cash. So hopefully I can get that put back into the account when I I'll try to put in some overtime and I'll try to recoup that. But it was a bill I had to get paid. So I hate having things sit. So that's what I had to do. And unfortunately, that's the only place I had the money. So, and the point of me showing you all this is to be as transparent as possible, working, raising a family, doing all the things that I'm sure many of you guys are doing. We all get bills, right? So they got to get paid somehow. This one was kind of unforeseen. I didn't realize it was going to be as high as it was. So anyway, had to take care of it. So that's life, right? So I'm glad that the money was here in the account and it was, disposable enough for me to be able to take it out and pay for it. So I just took that from the taxable account there instead of trying to take anything from the Roth or whatever and try to create any sort of taxable event. So anyway, so 27,546 is where we ended August. And you see September here was added, so that way we can hopefully build it back up. Hopefully get it, it looks like I've been going roughly 2,000 every month here, well, except for had a good little spike here. So hopefully with 27.5, I can get it close to 29, close to 30, maybe by the end of September. We'll see. Just gonna have to keep working and putting in the overtime. But that's what I've got for you guys this week. A couple of additions, couple new things. Again, did have to take the 400 out, but life is life sometimes and is what it is. So you just, do what you can do and move on, recoup, put the money back in and go forward. So any questions, guys, please leave them below. Any comments, let me know what you guys think. If not, I will catch you guys next week. Happy investing.